My people, make we gather round. Hope you people have bought your candles and power banks because the news coming out of Abuja today is giving who lets the light out energy. I hope your seats are strong because the federal government just dropped a 3.6 trillion naira bill on the table that is heavier than a bag of foreign rice during Christmas rush. It's Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, and the light matter has finally entered a new gear. If you think your local disco is doing you strong thing, wait until you hear how the FG wants to start sharing the bill with your state governors. Let's dive into the full story.
Let's have it.
This one big go. The Department of State Services, DSS, has finally pulled the chair from under the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. On Tuesday, they dragged him and his son, Abdulaziz, before a federal high court in Abuja. We are talking about a 5-count charge here. The heavy stuff, bordering on terrorism financing and illegal possession of firearms. The DSS is even alleging that Malami Sr. looked the other way when he was supposed to prosecute people funding terrorism back then. The court case marked FHC/ABJ/CR/63/2026 has sent shockwaves from Abuja to Benin Kebbi. This life no balance at all. You see, as this matter get K-leg, the man who was once the chief law officer is now the one answering "Yes, my lord" from the dock. Make we talk truth. It's a father and son bonding session that nobody prayed for. One day you are signing executive orders. The next day you are counting the ceiling tiles in court. Nigerian politics is just a season film. Season 2026 is just starting and the suspense is already giving us high blood pressure. Lagos Assembly seizes Makoko demolitions after heavy protests. The pressure finally burst the pipe. After days of shouting, protests, and tear gas breakfast at the Assembly complex, the Lagos State Assembly has finally ordered an immediate halt to all demolitions in Makoko, Okuagbon, and Shogunro. On Tuesday, the majority leader, Honorable Nohim Adams, standing in for Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, met with community leaders and activists. The Assembly didn't just say stop, they also promised that compensation will be paid to those whose houses have already been turned to sand. This matter get K-leg because the government originally said they only wanted to clear 30 meters for high-tension cables, but residents say the bulldozers went as far as 520 meters. The House has now demanded the full list of the task force members involved because they want to ensure things are done with a human face from now on. My people, you see as the table turn. 1 minute, bulldozers are humming like angry bees. The next minute, the assembly is saying, "Oh yeah, pack your load and go." But make we talk truth. The human face they are talking about should have appeared before the first wall fell down. Imagine being told they want to clear 30 meters. Then you wake up and see the bulldozer heading for your kitchen 500 meters away. That's not setback. That's go back to your village move. And for the compensation, I beg, make the money reach the people, not just scanning for government office. People are currently sleeping in boats, exposed to rain and sun. You can't give a man whose house is gone a palliative of 1 small bag of rice and expect him to be happy. Rice no be rueful. Shopping till the country drop. How Diezani spent £170,000 on chairs and lamps in 24 hours. While we are here calculating how much half bag of rice costs, the UK prosecution witness just opened a can of worms, or should I say a can of gold, for the Southwark Crown Court in London. On Tuesday, February 3rd, a witness named Monica, a director at a super exclusive furniture gallery called Vincenzo Caffarena, testified that our former petroleum minister, Diezani Alison Madueke, went on a shopping spree that would make Hollywood stars look like small children. According to the report, Madame Diezani spent £170,000, that's over 320 million naira at current street rates, in just one single day. What did she buy? Was it a spaceship? No, it was just high-end furniture, luxury chairs, bespoke tables, and designer lamps. The prosecution says this was all part of the life of luxury she enjoyed, allegedly funded by oil executives who were getting fat contracts back home in Nigeria. Wahala no dey finish. My people, make we talk truth. Which kind chair be that? Does the chair massage your sins? Does the lamp show you the future? £170,000 in 24 hours. Omo, that's not shopping. That's hostile takeover of a furniture store. Imagine the scene. Salesman, "Madam, this chair is £20,000. Diezani, is that all? Give me 5 and add that lamp that looks like it's made from angel wings." Meanwhile, back in Nigeria, if you spend 170,000 naira in a day, your mother will call for a family meeting to ask if you've joined a secret society. But for Madam, 170k is just Tuesday vibes. The most painful part is the mental math. That money fit build how many primary health centers for village? Her lawyer is saying she's a rubber stamp and that the money was reimbursed. I beg, which rubber stamp they buy Italian sofa? This matter gets K-leg, K-arm, and K-head join. No going back. Tinubu tells World Bank to bring dollars for tractors and seeds. Omo, the president is not playing, no. On Tuesday, President Tinubu hosted a heavy-duty delegation from the World Bank, led by their Managing Director of Operations, Anna Biede. The Jagaban of Borgu made it clear. He said Nigeria has put its hands on the plow and there is absolutely no looking back on these economic reforms. Even though the tunnel has been dark and painful, he says we are now seeing the light. The big gist is that the president is specifically asking the World Bank to support Nigeria's agricultural revolution. He wants help with zonal mechanization centers, basically more tractors and less hoes. Improved seedlings, seeds that actually grow, not the ones that play hide and seek in the soil. Fertilizer access, linking our growing petrochemical industry to the local farmers. The World Bank lady was blushing with praise. She said Nigeria is now a global reference point for reforms. They are even aligning their support with Nigeria's dream of a $1 trillion GDP. We are talking about $17 billion in public financing and another $5 billion annually for the private sector. Money everywhere. My people, you see this no going back talk. It's like when you enter a danfo and the driver says no dropping till the last bus stop. We are already inside the bus, so we might as well enjoy the breeze. Tinubu said the first reaction to reforms was high inflation, but now it has come down dramatically. I beg, make someone tell the price of Gary that inflation has come down, because I think the Gary missed the memo. But on a real note, the focus on agriculture is a vibe. If we can move from small-scale holders to huge cooperatives like the president said, maybe food will finally be cheap. Imagine buying a basket of tomatoes and still having change to buy a chilled mineral. That is the Nigeria of my dreams. And the World Bank calling us a global reference point. Omo, I hope that reference means we are the head boy of the class and not just the student that the teacher uses as an example of people who are suffering but still smiling. I followed orders. Witness admits Emefiele did exactly what Buhari asked. Things are getting very interesting in the trial of the former CBN governor, Emefiele. On Tuesday, February 3rd, the 7th prosecution witness, a EFCC investigator named Chinedu Eyania, dropped a bombshell while being questioned by Emefiele's lawyer. The witness admitted to the court that Emefiele actually complied with the directive given by former President Muhammadu Buhari regarding the controversial Naira redesign. According to the evidence, Emefiele sent a memo to Baba Buhari on October 6, 2022, seeking approval to change the face of our money. The witness read out Buhari's handwriting from that day, which said, approved, but to be produced locally. The investigator confirmed that the Nigerian Security and Minting Company, NSMPT, was the one that actually printed the notes, which means Emefiele followed the local production order to the letter. But he did mention that while we printed the notes here, the actual drawing and painting design was done by a UK company called Diezani. So, the same witness the EFCC brought to nail Emefiele is now the one saying, Omo, the man actually followed the boss's instructions. This case is looking like a Nollywood movie where the witness accidentally defends the suspect. Make we talk truth. The whole country suffered during that cash scarcity. We were buying Naira with Naira. Can't you imagine? 1,000 Naira was selling for 1,200 Naira. It was the only time in history where the Naira had black market exchange rate against itself. Now we are hearing it was approved but local. It's like your mother telling you to cook rice, but insisting that you must use a local pot. If the rice burns, is it your fault, or the pot's fault, or the person who gave the order? The lawyers are going to have a field day with this local production gist. Me, I just want to know, if everything was so local, why did the money look like it was washed with bleach? No more Father Christmas. FG to slash 3.6 trillion naira from general purse for light subsidy. If you think you've heard it all, listen to this one. The federal government has proposed a massive 3.6 trillion naira deduction from the federation account, the big pot where FG, states and local governments share money to fund electricity subsidies for the next 3 years, 2026 to 2028. According to the new medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, they plan to remove 1.2 trillion naira every year before the money even reaches the hands of your state governor or local government chairman. The Director General of the Budget Office, Tanimu Yakubu, said President Tinubu has directed that we stop pretending that the federal government can carry this load alone. Since the states also enjoy the political benefit of lower tariffs, they must now share the financial wahala. The money will go straight to the Nigerian bulk electricity trading, NBET, to keep the power sector from collapsing under debt. You see this sharing is caring formula? It's like when you and your roommate decide to buy a generator. My people, it is finished. From now on, when your light goes off, don't just look toward Abuja. Look at your state governor's house. If 1.2 trillion naira is leaving the federation account every year before it even reaches your governor's hand, you know what that means. It's time to choose between new SUV for Oga or stable light for the people. And we all know which one usually wins. But make we talk true. Can your governor really carry this load? Or is this just another way to tell us that the minimum wage we're waiting for has already been used to pay NEPA bill? Oh yeah, talk your own. Do you support this deduct from source movement? Or is the FG just trying to run away from their responsibilities? Drop your comments below. Tag your governor if you are brave enough. And don't forget to like and share this post before your battery dies. This is your Ninjaji's master, signing out. Stay charged, stay woke, and please, don't go and use your last 2,000 naira to buy fuel yet. One love.